Good morning and welcome to week 2 of NaNoWriMo. I know I'm supposed to start it off on day 6, but that ended up not happening. So this is day 7 with the combination of day 6. The day 6 word count was 990 words, and today, which is day 7, is 657, and with those 2 days together, the total was 1,642 words, and that brings our total up to 6,309 words. That's pretty darn good. However, I'm changing my habit. I decided not to. Well, I could still work on my story at work. However, because I changed my work shift from morning, more like afternoon type of shift to like nighttime, and all I want to do is talk to my coworker in order to stay awake. Not fun. But so I decided to start working on it at home instead of, at work. But we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll be working on more words for day 8, which is technically today. So you'll see me again. See ya. Good evening, guys. Or morning. I think morning is, 1:35 in the morning. The reason I'm talking soft is because my husband is sleeping while I'm still wide awake. And he asked why. Well, I've gotten used to midnights shift. So, I'm awake. And before you wonder what day it is, it's day 12. And you're probably wondering, what happened to the other days before day 12? Well, let's just say my story wasn't as progressive as I wanted to be, so I decided not to tell you about it because of that. Because my ego is a little hurt. Now, day 8 and day 9, I was struggling with my story, so I didn't progress as much because of it. I was writing like probably 200 words or maybe 300 words if I was lucky, but I couldn't figure out. It's just something about that story was resisting me, and I was like, it's just not throwing through my hands when I'm writing. So on day 10, I'm like, I gotta talk it out. So I talked to one of my coworkers who happened to be in this challenge with me as well. And I was like, I don't know what's going on. I can't write this story. It's not coming through me like it did last year when I wrote my story. It was perfectly fine. And he's like, okay, talk to me, we'll figure out what's going on. And I was telling him about my alternate universe and everything going on, and he realized the direction that I was going into and pointed out, it sounded like you're trying to be either, what did he say, Star Wars, or that cliched bad guys versus good guys, and the superiority, that war that they have to fight, like Nazis over Jews. If I remember my history right. I hope I remember my history right. Anyway, it was so cliched. It sounded like it was about superiority, like I'm better than you and so on and so forth and blah blah blah. And when he pointed that out, I quickly glanced over my outline and I was like, okay, let me see through what it looks like. figured it out. That was it. So I was like, oh, thank you. Let me revise it. And I revised my whole outline and everything. And oh my gosh, right there then, the words were coming out so smoothly. And I'm like, yep, that's what it was. And I thanked him. I'm like, thank you so much. It came out so much better. And I wrote down the word count on day 10, literally. Let me pull it up. Day 10. Oh, yeah. Okay, the combined days of day 8 and 9, I wrote 837 words. On day 10, I wrote 575 by itself. And day 11, which was yesterday, and I have a reason for it. It's 94 words. The reason I only wrote 94 words was because it was a Saturday. So I was a little busy around the house. Like, we were out in the garage fixing our 1984 Magna motorcycle. Yeah. And what were we doing? We were doing something to it. I can't remember. It is only yesterday. I forget. Oh, the oil. We were trying to take out the stupid oil. The hubcap, we were trying to take it off. It won't come off anyway. This is not what it's about. We're not going to talk about the motorcycle incident. We're going to talk about NaNoWriMo. Day 12, which is today, I wrote 411 words, which is not bad. But I was up at 3:35 in the morning. Like, day 12 morning, not day 13. Okay. I don't count next day until I've already slept. That's when I start counting the next day. So this is still day 12 for me. And overall, as a total of word count, I've written up to 8,378. And this is bad because due to my calculation, you're supposed to write 1,700 words a day. So by today, I was supposed to write 20,400 words by today. Yeah, not happening. And I think my thing is I kept trying to work on it at work, which I've noticed a trend is all I wanted to do is talk to my coworker, because there's nothing to do at work. It's just there are not a lot of people there, and when there's not a lot of people there, it makes you bored and you want to talk to people and try to like stay awake. And that's what I did. I talk way more than I write, which is not good. And yeah, but it's like all the paperwork that we're supposed to do were already taken care of, and we had to make copies, already taken care of. Like everything that we're supposed to do already taken care of. I'm like, dang it, you're so overachiever. Like, leave us something to do. No, they already took care of it. But anyway, this is the end of week 2 right here, with 8,300 some words. Anyway, wish me luck. I'll be working on my story at home. Anyway, see you in week 3.